But last stop here, South Carolina. Let's kick it on down to Columbia, where they introduced a number of their transfer additions that are in for spring football, which is right around the corner again for Columbia. And the star of the show, no doubt, Spencer Rattler, former Oklahoma quarterback, now looking to be QB1 down there in Columbia. He's got some of the best odds to win the Heisman Trophy in the SEC, in the country. The hype train is, I'm hyping him up. I'm not trying to hype up the Heisman, but I'm hyping him up as a huge difference maker for South Carolina, because that's what he is based on everything I've seen. Still breaking down all his game footage. I really need to stop slacking on that, but I'm here to tell you, this kid is legit, and he seems ready for the challenge of coming to the SEC and trying to get South Carolina over the hump. We've already seen the program on the rise under Shane Beamer, and we weren't the only ones that saw it. Spencer Rattler, that's a big, big key for him. Just the progression Carolina made year one under Shane Beamer, a coach that he knows well, spent his first 2 seasons at Oklahoma under Shane Beamer, and that's a big reason why Spencer Rattler is now the Gamecock quarterback here, looking to be QB1 there in Columbia.
How much did you know about South Carolina? Were you able to follow South Carolina maybe growing up or when you were in high school? And since you've been here, what aspect of the program has impressed you the most?
Growing up, I love to watch college football. To this day, it's my favorite thing to watch. I grew up, I saw, Jadeveon Clowney highlights. I saw, games with Marcus Lattimore, all those, Alshon Jeffrey, a lot of guys like that. But really going through this recruiting process and the transfer portal and all that stuff, Coach Beamer was a big indicator that South Carolina is doing something right. And, he's turning this program around, doing a great thing up here. And, it also, like I said, I was very comfortable with making my decision. Also knowing that my tight end, Austin Stogner, will be coming with me. So it just felt like a home feeling. I got on a Zoom visit with the whole staff, and we had a great talk. They impressed me a lot. And like I said, I feel like I made the right choice. And your question was, what's impressive about this place? I just think how it's ran. It's ran like an NFL type of facility. I mean, it's a lot of people would be surprised it's different from where I'm coming from. It's more, I feel like it's more around the players to where, guys aren't burnt out. Guys are enjoying their time in the facility, enjoying their time around the coaches and players, and it's just a great feeling. It's a refreshing feeling.
Now, even people that never even watched Oklahoma didn't follow the storylines here of Rattler too closely. Like I said, I'm sitting here watching all his games. He's faced a ton of adversity. We know last year he lost his job to Caleb Williams, but what you may not know, his first season as a starting quarterback started out shaky the first couple of games. He actually got benched that season too. I believe it was against Texas. He got benched for 2 series, I believe it was, and he come back and led Oklahoma to a win in overtime, multiple overtime game against what I believe was a senior quarterback for Texas, the guy that beat Georgia in the bowl game there. I mean, this was a quality opponent they had to face, and from that point on, they never lost another game, and that was like the 3rd or 4th game of 2019 under Spencer Rattler, 2020. Under Spencer Rattler, they never lost another game at Oklahoma, and that spans to last season as well. So, hey, he's faced his adversity, and he's come back strong from it once before. Can he do it again? Here's Spencer Rattler on facing adversity and what he's learned during his time in college.
Yeah, just wondering what you learned about yourself over the last couple of years at Oklahoma.
What I've learned about myself, I've learned that I can accomplish a lot of great things with great guys around me. I had a great team at Oklahoma for my 3 years there. I learned a lot about my leadership skills. I feel like I improved in that area since I was a freshman, coming into Oklahoma. I learned I could go fight against a lot of adversity, that's thrown my way. And, God's given me the talent to do my thing on the field and help the team that I'm on, as much as I can. And I'm happy I landed my feet in Columbia, South Carolina, and I can't wait to get this ball rolling.
If none of that was enough to get you fired up, South Carolina fans, hell, I know you're fired up already. Spencer Rattler does it again here. One of his closing statements here, just on what a player's coach Shane Beamer is and how he welcomes input from his players all around the facility. And I think this is a big reason why Shane Beamer is kicking ass in recruiting, particularly the transfer portal, and raising the talent profile of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Let's kick it over to Spencer Rattler one more time.
Hey, Spencer, a lot of your teammates who just transferred in talked about a big difference in atmosphere here. Can you kind of just talk to that narrative between the difference in atmosphere at Oklahoma and what Beamer's got going here?
I think Beamer just has a great sense of awareness for what his players want and what they need. He's a players first coach. Everything in the facility is based around the players and what we feel like is comfortable, what we feel is going to be beneficial. And just hearing that we all have input, that's something that was a big decision factor for me, coming here. Knowing I'll walk into a building every day where guys have input in what's going on. And I think that's a big time thing, and a lot of other programs don't have it. So Coach Beamer's leading this place in the right direction, and I know he's going to keep doing a great job.
All right, so hey, that's all we got on this episode of the show. And like I said, next episode is going to be a special one. Hopefully I can pull it off. Hopefully we don't screw it up. Well, we're going to have a in-studio guest for the first time talking some Ole Miss football. That's the plan anyway. So be on the lookout for that on Friday. It's going to be a unique one. If you haven't watched on YouTube yet, Friday may be the one for you because we're going to be doing it live in a recording studio downtown Nashville. Should be a great time. I'll see if I can get the guests to drink on the show. I'm planning on doing it myself. So we'll see how it goes. What could go wrong, right? So a little trial run before Shane and I meet together for our fireside chat. But that's going to do it for this episode of the show. I appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out. We'll catch you on the next one.